Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Donna Villa coming to you from Chicago, USA, sitting in for Rudy McLennan, who is off today. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. The Holy Father, Pope Francis, conveyed his closeness to the victims of a tragedy in the U.S. state of Texas. On Monday, June 27th, at least 46 people were found dead in a truck. Apparently, they were trying to illegally enter the United States from Mexico. In a tweet that was published on his account on Tuesday, the pontiff said, quote, "I sorrowfully heard the news of the tragedy of the migrants in Texas," end quote. He also called for the prayers for those who perished while following their hope for a better life. He prayed that the Lord open hearts so that such misfortunes do not happen again. San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood said that 16 people in the truck, including 4 children, were taken to the hospital as they were in serious conditions. The cause of death is suspected to be suffocation caused by the searing heat. In a video message addressing young people attending the Global Youth Tourism Summit in Sorrento, Italy, Pope Francis urged them to be messengers of hope and rebirth for the future. The event, which began on June 27th, will end on July 3rd. The Holy Father exhorted them to conduct themselves in a mature manner. He said they should use the time at their disposal well and responsibly. The Pope said that the experiences they will have during this time will remain in their memories. This summit is a new platform devised by the UN World Tourism Organization to empower the youth and boost engagement in the tourism sector. It consists of global events, workshops, and educational initiatives. Catholic and Orthodox believers in Turkey assembled in the ancient city of Antakya, Antioch, on Wednesday, June 29th, to celebrate the solemnity of the holy apostles Peter and Paul. It was in Antioch that believers were called Christians for the first time. St. Peter the Apostle established his first see there before journeying to Rome. The venue of the Ecumenical celebration was the grotto of St. Peter on Mount Starius, which was reopened for worship in 2015 after several years of renovation. The prayer service was led by Archbishop Marek Solshinsky, the Apostolic Nuncio to Turkey, Bishop Paolo Bizzetti, the Apostolic Vicar of Anatolia, and Bishop Constantine, the envoy of Greek Orthodox Patriarch of Antioch, Johanna X. The prayer service included the recitation of the Our Father and the Hail Mary in Turkish, a prayer for peace, the benediction by the bishops who were present, and the blessing of loaves. It came to an end with a hymn sung by Orthodox believers. The head of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church has condoled the death of 18 people who were killed in the missile attack on a shopping center in the city of Kremenchuk. In his video address on Tuesday, June 28th, Major Archbishop Sviatoslav Shevchuk expressed shock over what he describes as an event of unprecedented proportions in the Poltava region. He expressed sympathy for the relatives and friends of all those who lost their lives in the attack, as well as those who were wounded. The major archbishop also termed the attack on Monday the largest terrorist act in Europe in recent decades. In the missile attack, 40 people are missing and around 60 have sustained injuries. Archbishop Shevchuk uses his daily video address to highlight the plight of ordinary people and the senseless carnage committed by Russian troops. As the economic meltdown in Sri Lanka continues pushing people to the brink, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit of Colombo has appealed to the global community to provide assistance. The worst crisis in recent decades has forced authorities to ask citizens to work from home. Fuel sales for non-essential vehicles have also been suspended. In this context, the Cardinal appealed to Pope Francis to request the international community to intervene to help Sri Lanka. He also reiterated the government's corruption that led to the emptying of the nation's coffers. In a similar vein, Father Shanil Jayawardena, the director of the communications for the Missionary Oblates of Mary Immaculate, told Vatican Radio that every day life has become hell for ordinary people. Catholic believers on the Indonesian island of Flores are mourning the demise of a much-loved German nun who served the community for almost half a century. Sister Virgilia Maria Schmidt of the Congregation of the Servants of the Holy Spirit passed away in Stijl in the Netherlands on June 27th at the age of 94. She became hugely popular after she established the St. Raphael Hospital in 1965, the year she arrived. She also co-founded the St. Damien Rehabilitation Center for lepers and persons with disabilities. Both the facilities are situated in the district of Manggarai and were the pioneering church-run institutions, which was founded in 1965, the same year she arrived in Flores. A year later, she opened St. Damien Rehabilitation Center for lepers and persons with disabilities. During her 49-year stint, she was very fluent in the local language and was well acquainted with local customs. Despite the declining number of believers in Australia, Archbishop Mark Coleridge of Brisbane Archdiocese has said that more than half of the population sticks to their faith. He said it signals that Jesus is very much part of the Aussies. According to the 2021 census data released by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Catholics comprised 20% of the population compared to 22% in 2016. However, the Archbishop said in spite of the declining number, the Church still plays a vibrant role in society in areas such as education, healthcare, and caring for the aged. The Archbishop also rejoiced over the data that depicted nearly 44% identifying themselves as Christians. The census is conducted every 5 years to provide information on the changing societal norms. The Vatican on July 28th unveiled the official logo of the upcoming Jubilee Year in 2025. The Jubilee Year comes with a theme, quote, Pilgrims of Hope, end quote. The logo was unveiled during a press conference held in the Sala Regia of the Vatican's Apostolic Palace by the Dicastery for Evangelization. Archbishop Rino Fisciella unveiled the logo and recalled that the Dicastery had conducted an open competition for the logo's creation. Archbishop Fisciella said that 294 participants from nearly 48 countries took part in the competition, and their age groups were from 6 to 80. A panel of judges chose 3 final projects and submitted them to Pope Francis for his final selection. The Holy Father chose the logo designed by Italian Giacomo Travisani, which depicts 4 stylized figures to indicate all of humanity from the 4 corners of the earth. The last great Jubilee of the Catholic Church was held in year 2000 with the motto, Christ yesterday, today, and forever. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.